Imagine a single device with the capacity to obliterate an entire city, causing destruction equivalent to millions of tons of TNT. That's the terrifying power of a nuclear weapon. These are not just weapons, but tools of immense destruction, born from the intricate science of nuclear reactions. Two types of these reactions, fission and fusion, are at the heart of these weapons, unleashing energy on a scale hard to comprehend. Yet this power did not just appear out of nowhere. So one might ask, how did we get here? How did humanity come to harness such destructive power? Our story begins in the early 20th century, a time of great scientific advancement. This was an era of exploration and discovery, and one of the most significant breakthroughs was the discovery of nuclear fission in the 1930s. This was a process where the nucleus of an atom was split into two smaller nuclei, releasing an incredible amount of energy. This discovery sparked a wave of interest and research. The potential for such massive energy release was not lost on the scientific community, nor on the military strategists of the time. As the world found itself in the throes of the Second World War, the race to harness this powerful new energy source was well and truly on. This led to the inception of the Manhattan Project, a massive and secret research initiative undertaken by the United States. A team of brilliant scientists, under the leadership of J. Robert Oppenheimer, worked tirelessly to transform the theoretical concept of nuclear fission into a practical, destructive reality. In the remote desert of New Mexico on July 16, 1945, their efforts culminated in the Trinity test. The world's first nuclear weapon, a fission bomb, was successfully detonated. The blast was equivalent to the energy of over 20,000 tons of TNT. The mushroom cloud rose over 7 miles into the sky, a terrifying testament to the power humanity had unlocked. The nuclear era had begun, and the world would never be the same. The dawn of the nuclear age had arrived, casting long shadows of fear, awe, and uncertainty. The unimaginable energy of the atom had been harnessed, and with it came a new era of warfare, diplomacy, and global politics. From that moment on, the fate of the world was irrevocably tied to the power of the atom, a power that continues to shape our world today. In August 1945, the world witnessed the terrifying power of nuclear weapons firsthand. The end of the Second World War was marked by a chilling display of the destructive prowess of nuclear technology. The United States, in a bid to end the conflict, dropped 2 nuclear bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. The first bomb, named Little Boy, was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6th. It was a uranium gun-type bomb, a design so certain of success that it was never tested prior to its use. The explosion resulted in a blast equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT, instantly obliterating the city and causing an estimated 140,000 fatalities by year's end. 3 days later, another bomb, this one dubbed Fat Man, was detonated over Nagasaki. This was a plutonium implosion-type bomb, a more complex design that had been tested once before. The bomb yielded an explosion equivalent to 21,000 tons of TNT, causing an estimated 70,000 fatalities by the end of the year. The immediate effects of the bombings were cataclysmic. Entire cities were reduced to ruins, and countless lives were lost. But the long-term effects were equally devastating. Survivors known as hibakusha faced radiation sickness, severe burns, and increased rates of cancer and other illnesses. The environment, too, bore the scars of nuclear warfare, with lasting damage to ecosystems and biodiversity. These remain the only times nuclear weapons have been used in war, but the nuclear arms race was far from over. As the world entered the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union embarked on a deadly race for nuclear dominance. This period, marked by intense rivalry and political tension, saw both superpowers developing and testing increasingly powerful weapons in a bid to outdo each other. The scale of these weapons was mind-boggling. The destructive force of the first nuclear bombs was measured in thousands of tons of TNT. But as the race escalated, thermonuclear bombs, also known as hydrogen bombs, were developed. These were capable of releasing energy equal to millions of tons of TNT. This marked a significant leap in the power of nuclear weapons and a chilling increase in their potential for devastation. The Cold War wasn't just about the United States and the Soviet Union, though. It was a global chessboard, and other countries were drawn into the fray. The United Kingdom, France, and China also developed their own nuclear arsenals during this time. Then, as the Cold War thawed, other countries joined the nuclear club. India, Pakistan, and North Korea have since developed nuclear weapons. Israel, while not officially acknowledging it, is also widely believed to possess nuclear weapons. South Africa stands out as a unique case. It developed nuclear weapons independently, but later chose to renounce and dismantle them. This decision, while laudable, remains an exception in a world where nuclear weapons continue to hold sway. The Cold War may be over, but its legacy lives on. The nuclear arsenals built up during this period still exist. The arms race may have slowed, but the threat of nuclear weapons remains. As we look to the future, the challenge is to learn from our past, to understand the immense power and the immense danger of these weapons, and to strive for a world where they are no longer necessary. Today, 9 countries possess nuclear weapons, and the world lives under the shadow of potential nuclear conflict. This is the stark reality of the current state of nuclear weapons. These 9 nations, the United States, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, China, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and presumed Israel, have the power to unleash energy equivalent to millions of tons of TNT at the flick of a switch. In this age, the issue of nuclear weapons is not just about who has them, but also about the risks they pose. The potential for nuclear terrorism is a constant concern. Non-state actors gaining access to nuclear materials could result in catastrophic consequences. Thus, securing nuclear materials and preventing nuclear terrorism has become a global priority. Efforts towards non-proliferation of nuclear weapons have been ongoing, with the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons being a key instrument. However, the effectiveness of this treaty has often come under question. While it aims to reduce the spread of nuclear weapons, several countries have continued their testing and development programs, adding to the complexity of the issue. Moreover, the development of nuclear weapons has not ceased. Countries continue to test and refine their nuclear capabilities, creating more powerful and efficient weapons. This constant evolution of nuclear technology means the potential for destruction is always increasing. In a world where a single button push could cause unimaginable destruction, the future of nuclear weapons is a topic of vital importance. As we navigate the 21st century, the conversation about nuclear weapons must continue, with an emphasis on disarmament and peace. The shadow of nuclear conflict looms large, but it's a shadow we have the power to lift. From their inception to the present day, nuclear weapons have shaped our world in profound ways. They've wielded the power to level cities, yet also held the potential for peaceful applications. The nuclear age dawned with a bang, forever altering the course of warfare and diplomacy. Used only once in conflict, their devastating impact lingers in our collective memory. The arms race of the Cold War heightened tensions, but also spurred diplomatic efforts for disarmament. Today, nuclear weapons persist, their presence a sobering reminder of our capacity for destruction. As we look to the future, we must remember the lessons of the past and continue to strive for a world free from the threat of nuclear destruction. Thank you for watching.